What is up, guys? Welcome to another Pokemon Sword and Shield Ring battle video. So we're here with the same team as last time. I took some tips from some of you guys that left it a lot of positive remarks. One thing I did know you guys wanted was a Pokepaste. So in the comments or in the description below, we're gonna have the Pokepaste for this team as well as all future teams in the upcoming videos. We're gonna do another video or two with this one and then try and build something new for you guys. So hopefully you guys like what you see. If you do not, or if you do, if you like it, be sure to leave a like and follow. Subscribe if you don't. Honestly, even that, just let me know in the comments below what you think we could do to improve the videos. And with that being said, let's just head over into the play. All right, here we go. We got our first match of the day, and we are playing Hopper. Pretty cool team. Serena, Seismitoad, Galarian, Weezing. You don't see too often. Togekiss is definitely a threat. Lapras we also have to look out for. So I think Raichu is super good here as a lead. It stops more Pekko shenanigans. It's also a faster fake out. It's really good against the Togekiss. We do have to watch out for maybe Galarian Weezing shutting that ability down, but even if it does, I'm not too threatened. Let's see what else we want. So actually, I'm thinking Raichu in the back. We can start Sylveon. No, let's just make the Lapras useless. Trying to think about that. Gyarados is good here next to it. I was gonna say we could go Sylveon, Tyranitar, just Oko the Lapras, but I think we're better off just making the Lapras useless in the late game. I do like the Tyranitar against the Togekiss, and we got 12 seconds to left. We're gonna go with the Sylveon as the fourth Pokemon. We do need to proc the weakness. We have that option, and just strong split damage towards the end. Didn't want to take too long to go into select. All right, it's first game of the day. Let's get that nice warm up going in the fairy type gym. Lapras, Weezing. All right. So Misty Surge, not the shut abilities down, so you can't paralyze or anything. And it looks like a Psychic Seed. Or Misty Seed, rather. That's fine, honestly. We're gonna Eerie Impulse the Lapras. And max Airstream into the Weezing. So I assume Lapras is gonna G-Max or swap out. We cannot paralyze it, so there's no reason to go for a Nuzzle. Fake out, I don't really care too much into the Weezing. My goal is to just throw out as many Eerie Impulses as possible. And this is a good way to play the Lapras. The Lapras G-Max is very strong ability-wise, but its damage is honestly lacking if they don't proc their weakness policy that they usually run. So the game plan we're gonna go with is just ignore the Lapras completely. We're gonna throw an Eerie Impulse into it, make its damage obsolete, and then just ignore it for the rest of the game until we have to target it. If we can knock out the Weezing instead, or all of its partners, and then once the Dynamax of the Lapras ends, we can just power whip it to knock out. It is Misty terrain, it's not ability shut off, so let's see. It does protect, which isn't a huge deal because we did not fake out. Eerie Impulse does connect on the Lapras, lowering its special attack by 2 stages. And we're gonna get the max Airstream off, at least for some chip damage into the Weezing. Get the speed boost. We're now definitely faster than anything he can throw out in the back. And as expected, G-Max Resonance at -2 does absolutely nothing. So our damage isn't going to be crazy thanks to the Aurora Veil, which is an amazing, but We're gonna throw one more into Lapras, and then we're gonna just ignore it for the rest of the game. At -4, Lapras has to switch out, or honestly, it's just gonna do no damage. And we're gonna get a Max Geyser to set up the rain for the Gyarados in the late stages. It's gonna improve the damage of the Lapras, but I honestly don't mind that too much. Here it is, the Max Geyser with slightly more damage, but at -4, I don't think it's gonna do too much. Yeah, a little bit under half. Even with the Weezing attack, it doesn't KO. So we're gonna Volt Switch, because we don't need to get the Lapras to -6, and then we're gonna Max Geyser the Weezing to get rid of that. Weezing does protect, so we don't get the Volt Switch off, which is unfortunate, but also fine. Probably doesn't KO through protect at this point. Max Geyser does probably KO Raichu at this range, but we're just looking to hit it anyway, so it's unfortunate for it to go down, but it's honestly not a big deal. We can bring in Tyranitar pretty safely here, I think. Or, you know what? Honestly, I don't think Sylveon's threatened by either of these. Weezing does have the potential for a Poison-type attack. However, Sylveon is... the Gyarados is going to go poor and just protected, so the chances of getting double attacked off are on high. I don't... Hyper Voice and... Weezing. I don't know the speed tier of to know if it's naturally faster than the Sylveon. I know there's no way that he's faster than Gyarados though, so Gyarados should KO right here and get the Moxie boost, which is nice. And then we're looking at single target Hyper Voice going into the Lapras. Sylveon is faster than the Lapras, which tells me that Lapras has 0 investment into its speed. They should be even. We have 4 speed. Thunder going out into the Gyarados at -4 does not get the KO. It does get the paralysis though. Oh, it feels bad. We do use the Lumberry there to get rid of that, but I could have saved that for late. That's unfortunate. See if he brings out maybe Togekiss for redirections. Togekiss would be a little annoying. Yep, that's what it is. Togekiss is definitely a little bit annoying. We're gonna Hyper Voice, and we're honestly gonna protect with Gyarados, because I do want to get the Power Whip off, but I do not want to Power Whip into the Togekiss, which might do a Follow Me. Let's see if he goes for the Follow Me. That's what I was predicting. Lapras goes for Protect, so he wasn't even going for Follow Me. Okay, that's just gonna go into this Sylveon. Not a big deal. Very special defensive. Yeah, it did not too much. No crit either. So we don't know if this is the Serene Grace version. Some solid damage. And their Aura Veil just wore off. This terrain is also gone. So we can Hyper Voice here, and here's the question of, do you follow me? I think Bounce is the safe play. It's gonna dodge the Thunder for this turn, and it's gonna avoid possible Follow Me. Critical hit. So this does look like Super Luck. Beautiful damage. And Thunder is gonna go into the Gyarados slot. It does hit. Oh no! I forgot I could hit that. Alright, so we played that wrong, for sure. Which is my fault. I forgot that Thunder can still hit. If I would have just Power Whipped, the Lapras gets KO'd there. They're both super low. But that's unfortunate nonetheless. So we're just gonna protect Sylveon and throw a Rock Slide off. That's gonna pick up a double KO. Togekiss might be faster than the Tyranitar, but there's no way that Lapras is. Since we have a good speed investment into our Tyranitar, and we know that our Sylveon's already faster than their Lapras. They could go for a double protect here. But we'll see. They could also just Dazzling Beam for some damage. Nope, we are faster than Togekiss, so that'll be a double KO. And we protected our Sylveon. We're just going to take some chip damage from the sand. So, good play so far, making the Lapras as useless as possible. Definitely misplayed the bounce, as I honestly just haven't had that interaction in so long that I forgot that I can hit him. And in this situation, we're going to Mystical Fire, and we're going to Fire Punch into the Serena. Double super effective attacks. Serena's usually more of a support-oriented Pokemon. We know we can't Quick Attack into it, right? Because its ability protects that. Solid damage. Power Whip might KO. It does KO Sylveon, but we saw that we were faster than it. We saw that we were faster than the Serena, so we get the win. Unless Fire Punch misses. What is Fire Punch? 95% accurate, so technically good. I don't think there's anything he can do here. Yep, Fire Punch max. That's gonna be KO. Alright, so first game, first win. Nothing too crazy. Kind of just showcased avoiding the Lapras, which is nice. And let's head over to the next game. Alright, so we're back with game number 2. Ooh, Clefairy, super interesting. So that's probably Friend Guard Clefairy, along with that Lapras, Tyranitar, Incineroar. Hyper offensive team over here, other than the Lapras. Well, not really. But Darmanitan's definitely a nuisance. So we do want to start Raichu against the Laprases. You have to worry about the Follow Me from the Clefairy. We do have to worry about the Conkeldurr well in the back. So, I think Gyarados, Raichu is fine, Sylveon in the back. I mean, him on top is actually pretty good here in the back as well, I think. I don't love the Jellicent. I don't think we need the Tyranitar. I think we can just put him on top in the back. Every single one of his attackers other than Lapras is physical. So, Incineroar Clefairy, a very passive start. We are going to take that Intimidate. So I think we just go Fake Out on the Clefairy. And a Max Airstream into the Incineroar. Maybe he Parting Shots me, gets me to -2 really quickly. Or he switches into the Lapras, assuming that it's a G-Max Geyser. I think that's the obvious play, is you G-Max Geyser the Incineroar, which a -1 doesn't KO anything. But you have to expect it's coming, so you switch Incineroar into the Lapras with Water Absorb. So we just Max Airstream into that slot to be safe. Yep. Alright, so we read that correctly. And I'm not sure what the the Clefairy wants to do in that situation. Maybe Follow Me, but no. It's not Follow Me, because you wouldn't switch in that situation. I don't know what Clefairy even runs. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I have to assume it's Friend Guard, though. Definitely Friend. Tell you that much. But we're gonna fake it out. A little bit of chip damage and max airstream, which isn't gonna do too much damage with the Friend Guard next to it, but it is gonna give us the speed boost, and it is gonna just do some little bit of chip damage. I actually could have max overgrowth in this situation and super predicted. However, the issue there is if he doesn't make that play, then I just do no damage into the Incineroar, and I get put behind a little bit in tempo. Is this, we get some chip damage, which is always nice, and we get the speed boost, which isn't necessary, but never a bad thing. So here comes the Follow Me. Which is unfortunate. The Eerie Impulse isn't really going to do anything here. Clefairy is not threatening us with damage. And we get the Max Geyser. So, no G-Max yet from the Lapras. We do get the Rain set up. Just, Life 2. Okay. Just healing up. Some really good heal. So let's Volt Switch the Clefairy and Max Geyser once again into the Clefairy, this time with the Rain setup. We are at -1 on the Gyarados, so the damage isn't crazy. The Life 2 is definitely annoying. However, in the late game, we do have multiple answers to the Lapras with the Raichu, Hitmontop, and Gyarados all hitting it super effective. Just do not want to do that early if possible. So we expected that. Volt Switch does pretty good damage here. And do you think we can get Sylveon in here for just some strong damage? The spread types will also hit the Lapras, which is something that we were unable to do at first. And we do not KO, but we are very low on that. G-Max Resonance into the Gyarados. Doesn't do much, but it does get them that protection. And I think we just Hyper Voice and Waterfall into the Clefairy here. If he doesn't switch, if he switches out the Clefairy, nothing in the back is gonna stop us from getting damage off with this Waterfall. Incineroar would put us to -2, but he still takes a nice chunk in the Rain. Or he just sacks the Clefairy, which is going to put me back to even on the Gyarados, which is nice. And then it would take single target damage on the Lapras, which is the route we're going for. We do crit. It doesn't matter though. So we get the Moxie Boost, we're back to even. We get the Hyper Voice, single target damage onto the Lapras, nothing crazy there. We do get the Throat Spray activated though. So here comes the question of, do you go for the Max Lightning? No. Max Geyser in the Rain. Sylveon should be able to take that pretty well. It would be a 2-hit KO. I think we just stall out the last turn of Dynamax. So -1 Gyarados in the Rain. Doing some pretty good damage to Incineroar. I think we still just Hyper Voice No, he's gonna fake out, right? I think we double protect. Double protect, stop his fake out, and stop the last turn of Gmax from Lapras. No reason to rush it. Max Geyser through protect, probably gonna do 30 damage maybe. Yeah, 27. And there goes the Gmax. So he does have Life Dew, which is something we have to look out for. Hyper Voice is gonna do some solid damage here, and question is, do we want a Waterfall or Power Whip the Incineroar? And does he still have the... I think Waterfall's fine. It's not gonna KO, it'll do like 50%. Oh, a little bit less than that. Okay, so he's super defensive bulky. Parting Shot into the Sylveon lowers its special attack by 1 stage, which pushes it back to neutral, thanks to the Throat Spray. We should be faster than Lapras. Let's see what he brings into this Hyper Voice. Tyranitar, so it's gonna proc his Weakness Policy. But he's still gonna take a good chunk of damage, I would think. Yep, we are faster than Lapras. 20%. Not Hyper Voice, so that's good to know. That did more than I expected, for sure. Okay, so let's get the Intimidate off. And I think we just Hyper Voice, or maybe we protect here. What does the Tyranitar do? If Tyranitar has protect with a Hitmontop coming out, I think he might use it, right? I have no reason not to protect on Sylveon. And just play it safe this turn and close combat into the Lapras. Close combat will KO Lapras at that range. Alright, so he does withdraw. -1 close combat might not KO though. I think it still does. Well, let's see if we get a min or a max roll. And then we'll also see where Lapras even attacks into. Oh, he's super bulky. That roll made no sense to me whatsoever. But we do eat that. Problem is, it's going to be a fake out. See, there's times like this where I really wish we had quick guard on Hitmontop. I forgot about the Aurora. I think we just go for double protect on Sylveon. Because nothing wants to eat a... Yeah. And then just another close combat into the Lapras. We are faster than Lapras, and now that I triggered that, I do want to get that Lapras off the field. He could fake out into the Hitmontop, but we did just show protect on Sylveon, so I think you would want to go into the numbers play and hit fake out onto the Sylveon. It fails. Oh, he did not go for the numbers play. Alright, Hitmontop gets switched out. Raichu comes in. And we're gonna have an even Hitmontop in the back now. Probably Life Dew from Lapras. No, Hydro Pump, which does connect, does KO. And +2, that's 100% KO. Sash is broken, which is unfortunate. Incineroar takes that. It's under half. Lapras takes a little bit. Also under half. Let's bring in Hitmontop, which will intimidate them. Although I'm not really worried about the damage coming out from the Incineroar anyway. How much does close combat do to Incineroar? I think this is probably KO range, right? And then this is definitely Volt Switch KO range for Lapras. So I think that's the safe play. If he switches Incineroar out to get the Intimidate back, then Tyranitar just gets KO'd by that. If he switches the Lapras out, which is what he does choose to do. Okay. However, Hitmontop's probably faster than Tyranitar. And this should KO the Incineroar. Yeah. So that's not a terrible spot. We do lose our defenses, but I think we're faster. It's gonna depend. So naturally, I believe we are 10 speed faster. We're 9 speed faster naturally. And our Hitmontop has only 4 speed invested into it. So it's gonna come down to who has more speed invested on their team. Maybe we wide guard to stop a rockfall. No, I think we just go close combat Volt Switch. See how much speed you have on your Tyranitar. We're faster than his Lapras. Raichu KOs the Lapras before anything happens. Unless it protects, that's fine. How much speed do you have on Tyranitar becomes the question. And it's none. That's gonna KO. Alright, so that's game. We got that. The support Pokemon actually coming in so clutch this game. Hitmontop setting up some really good damage there. Actually really funny. Like, both of our damage threats got KO'd. And very unfortunate ways. The Clefairy is like super annoying. I kind of wanted to try a team out with Clefairy, and he's gotta surrender at this point. And the support Pokemon came in clutch. Hitmontop picking up 2 KOs. Raichu would have picked up this KO. And we get the second win against Spartan. Some interesting plays there. Hitmontop really can put some strong damage on. It shows the, like, just how much damage fighting type Pokemon do right now. I really do think I want to add quick guard instead of wide guard though, but let's head into the next game. All right, back here with game number. We have Incineroar, Milotic, Togekiss, Excadrill, Rotom, and Braviary. I think Raichu Gyarados is just fine here. Hitmontop in the back is good against the Excadrill. I think I want the Tyranitar for the Braviary and the Togekiss. Jellicent. No, we don't need Jellicent here. And the Excadrill scares my Sylveon a bit too much for my liking. I think this is fun. And let's see how this goes. We get the Braviary and the Excadrill, so we don't get intimidated. We do have the Defiant on the board. He has double Defiant, so the Intimidate in the back is really scary for me. And it's Mold Breaker Excadrill. So, I think this is just a fake out the Braviary and Max Geyser the Excadrill. It is a safe play. He could switch in the Milotic. Right? But that's fine if he does. Waterfall will not KO by itself. So he Dynamaxes the Excadrill, so correctly. We're gonna take a little bit of damage here from that Rock Fall, for sure. Maybe 60%. But we will get the KO in return. And we stop him from setting up his Tailwind. Like, even if this is, no matter what build this is, the only build that can survive this is Focus Sash. Braviary protects, so we don't get that off. Max Rockfall. It's gonna do like 60%, unless he crits. No, even less than I expected. I thought it'd do a little bit more. And then Max Geyser resets the weather for me, and this is just gonna pick up that KO for sure. Unless again, he is sashed, which he is sashed. Okay. Not a big deal though. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Volt Switch our Raichu, and we're gonna Max Guard our Gyarados. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in the Sylveon for the quick attack to get that 1 damage onto Excadrill next turn, and the Braviary already protected, so there's no real threat of it protecting again, so we get that fake Volt Switch out. He does just withdraw it, and Cinnabon switch is fine. He'll take that Volt Switch still. So this is actually a really good moment for me to bring in my Hitmontop. I didn't even bring the Sylveon. That's fine. Hitmontop actually works out just the same right here. As I say, because this is a really good moment to bring in the Hitmontop. And we have the fast fake out onto the Excadrill. And we read that protect. I mean, that was an obvious play, but still. So we're gonna go fake out into Excadrill for 1 damage, and then we're gonna go Max Geyser into Incineroar. Fake out does get the KO on the Excadrill. Unfortunate that we don't get the Moxie boost, but we take the first play there. There's nothing that I'm afraid of Incineroar doing here. Probably just gonna fake out my Hitmontop, which is gonna give us the eject button, which is also fine by me. And gets me the Tyranitar into play. Or do we just go Raichu here for another fake out next turn? Yeah, I think we just go Raichu because we have he has the Braviary, so we're gonna threaten some fast Nuzzles and super effective Volt Switch in the back. And a -1 Max Geyser in the rain does pick up the KO. Okay, I wasn't actually sure on that one. I was not sure if that was going to pick up the KO, but it does, which is nice. So we're going to go back to even thanks to the Moxie boost. And he does have the Milotic in the back. So that was turn 3 of our Dynamax. So we are done there. And we see the Milotic and Braviary come out. So in a really good position here for the Raichu, which I think we just go fake out into the Milotic. I think we just double into Milotic because we already know Braviary has Protect. Milotic probably has it too. I feel like they just double Protect here. But I can't risk... there's no reason for me to risk going into the Braviary, rather. It's not that I can't. There's just no reason to do it because we've already seen from turn 1 that Braviary has Protect. We don't know for sure that Milotic does. They usually carry it, but we'll just find out. And he does not protect. Alright, so this is going to KO for sure. Brave Bird. Does Brave Bird KO me? It does. That's unfortunate. That wasn't even that much recoil. But I did not expect that at all. So I think we Eerie Impulse the Milotic. No, 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 no. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing, chat? There's no chat right now. We're gonna Volt Switch the Milotic. And Rock Slide. See if we can get a flinch. Clefairy is gonna protect. Volt Switch gets off some good damage. We do have the speed, which is something we're gonna have to pay attention to. Him on top's gonna give them both +2, which is unfortunate. But I do have a plan with it. Bravier gets +1. Milotic is gonna get +2 right here. And it's probably a +2 going into the Tyranitar, which is unfortunate. But maybe we get the flinch. We are faster. %30 flinch chance. Critical hit. That actually gives us in. We get the flinch. Let's go. That's big. That's big. I needed to do that because we wanted to pivot our fake outs at this point. But that was very, very risky and very greedy at the same time. So I think the safe play here is fake out into Braviary and Rock Slide both. Rock Slide will not KO the Milotic, but it will get some good damage off. Milotic has Protect. Okay, so we're not going to take any damage from the Milotic this turn. And we're not going to take any damage from the Braviary, so this is a really good turn for us. Hitmon top, and Tyranitar coming in pretty clutch right there. Braviary's berry is popped, and we know that Leftovers is on the Milotic. Although Leftovers are basically being nullified by the Sandstorm. Alright, so at this point, I see no reason not to just double in. Raichu can KO either one. Raichu's faster than both. I just need to knock out one of them. Close combat on the Braviary. Ooh. I know they usually run that, but I don't know, I just didn't see that coming. Milotic's faster than Hitmontop? That's also unexpected. Hitmontop is a beast! Alright, big KO onto the Milotic, and here comes Raichu. Which we are faster, that we've seen that we're already faster than the Braviary, so I don't think there's anything to do here. So we know Brave Bird, we know Close Combat, we know Protect, and I think we can assume Tailwind. But he never set up the Tailwind, so I think we just safely Volt Switch in Close Combat into the Braviary. And Volt Switch by itself should pick up the KO, and it does. Alright, so beautiful run supports coming in clutch towards the end again. It was unfortunate that I had to give them the Defiant/competitive boost, but we really needed those fake outs, and the fake out came in really handy towards the end, stalling out the one turn of the Braviary damage, which gave us that huge Rock Slide from Tyranitar that ended up winning us the game. So let's head into the next one, and we might be able to do one or two more on this video. Hopefully we get a couple more wins on that. We do not want to see our opponent's team, and let's head into the next game. And there we go, another match found, and playing Elias, the triple go score that I've seen a couple of people using, that Aegislash, Mimikyu, Chandelure. Usually it's Dusclops, but same concept there. And then we have the Gothitelle, the Primarina, and the Rhyperior. So I think Tyranitar is pretty strong here against all of those ghosts. It also does good against the Gothitelle. It is not amazing against the Rhyperior, however, or the Primarina. But we're definitely going to look for the Tyranitar in the back. Although some of the Mimikyus run Woodhammer, which is something that we have to definitely look out for. I think if we start Jellicent slash Gyarados, we're in a pretty good spot. Like, he's gonna want to set up Trick Room, right? And we're not gonna want that to happen. We also have the super effective damage on Gyarados against their damage threats. So we could go Jellicent, Gyarados, Tyranitar, and Sylveon in the back. Server maintenance is starting, so it looks like this is gonna be the last game of the video, guys. Hopefully we can get this one out there. And let's see how we do. That's a cool pose. I like it. Are those bats? No, those are like thorns. The black ones kind of look like bats on the top. I was like super excited for a second. Batman, what? Batman and Pokemon confirmed? DLC? Dorangard and oh, okay. So what is that? German? Maybe? Apologies if that is incorrect. I think we just max Geyser into Dorangard, and we set up the Imprison, I think, on the Jellicent. I don't want them to set up Trick Room here. Let's see what they do. And let's see if we can put this game on. So he does King Shield, unfortunate. What does that give me? -1? It doesn't protect it. All the fire. Does that still count? I haven't actually played this interaction yet. No, nothing happened. And we get the Imprison on the Jellicent. Does he just Swords Dance? No, he tricks. So I think now we max Geyser and Water Spout. In the rain, Water Spouts are going to start doing some beautiful damage. I think they're going to double into the Jellicent and try and get that Trick Room Imprisoned off the board. Mimikyu's name's adorable in every language. I can't even pronounce that, but that's just... Dorangard sounds dope as well. Yeah, let's see what he does. I have a feeling that Jellicent's going to be taking some damage this turn. For sure. He is Dynamaxing. I did not expect either of these Pokemon to be his Dynamax this game. I really was expecting the Rhyperior in the back, but here comes the Aegislash. This is the first time I've ever seen an Aegislash Dynamax. And he's gonna proc his own weakness policy with the Shadow Sneak, the Mad Lad. Alright, so here we go. How fast is that? Not faster than mine, but he does have Shield Form up still. So he's not gonna take too much damage from this. Still a strong amount of damage in the rain. And Water Spout, also faster than him, does not pick up the KO, and we do break the disguise. Red card. That's interesting. And he brings up the Tyranitar. I'm okay with that, actually. I don't think Tyranitar's bad in this spot. Here comes the stance change. So he's going to be much weaker next turn. Let's see where he's going and what he's going with. Max Phantasm, I assume into that... Ooh, no, he's going to the Gyarados slot, which does an enormous amount of damage. Does Shadow Sneak KO at this range on Gyarados? I think it has to, right? I feel like your move here is... Oof. I think your move here is Shadow Sneak into the Gyarados. So let's protect Gyarados and crunch the Dorangard, or even Rock Slide might KO, but I don't know if I want to risk that. Maybe we just switch out the Gyarados even though he's Dynamaxed into Sylveon. And I think the Aegislash here probably protects, right? So we just go damage into Mimikyu. I think it's a Shadow Sneak into the Sylveon slot, which it is. And then I think it's not a Protect though, which is unfortunate. So I called that wrong. But we do get the Mimikyu off the board. So the Trick Room option is gone, and we do have the protected... Ooh, he has a Max Knuckle. That's gonna KO for sure, right? Okay. So he's at +3 attack, but we're faster than him, so it's not a huge deal. Tyranitar wasn't a mainstay of our end game anyway. Our Tyranitar was really brought in to deal with the Ghost, which the Ghost has been dealt with. So I think we can safely just bring in the Jellicent. And the reason for this is we can now just double spread move, even if he protects on the Dora. So a Hyper Voice and a Water Spout. We saw turn 2 that Jellicent is faster than his Aegislash, which means so is Sylveon, which means we don't have to target him. If he protects, we just get double damage onto Primarina anyway. And if he doesn't protect, then we get a KO on him. So Dorangard goes down thanks to the crit. I think that might have actually mattered. It would have been close. I'm not sure how much damage Aegislash normally takes. He is in Blade form, so probably KOs anyway. We get the Throat Spray up though. And then he's going to take a single target Water Spout right here at full health. It's not very effective, but it should probably do a little bit of damage, and it does. And then we're probably going to take a Hyper Voice back. And Water Absorb doesn't care about that. Sylveon doesn't really care about that much either. And it looks like you have your own Throat Spray. So there is Throat Spray going all over the place right now. Let's see what his last Pokemon is. The Primarina isn't too much of a threat. It is in a Hyper Voice Water Spout KO range, and it's Rhyperior. Rhyhornier. I think Hyper Voice KOs there, so I think we just want to get the Water Strength Sap off onto the Jellicent, and there we go. Battle is canceled. Alright, so some cool plays there. And that's the first time I've seen Aegislash, and I was not expecting a Dynamax. I definitely thought that Rhyperior in the back was going to be the Dynamax. So, not too many games on this episode because it looks like the servers are going to go down. So we're going to end at this point. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any opinions, both positive or negative about the video, please let me know in the Discord. That will be linked below or in the comments below. We're also going to definitely be putting the Pokepaste into this. So again, let me know what you guys think. Because this one is going to get cut short because of the server maintenance, we're going to do one more video later this week on this team. And then next week, we're going to be coming back with a, maybe not a fully new team, but at least a modified team. I do want to bring back Togekiss and Cineroar and try out a couple of other things. Maybe even changes to this team. I would love to have Shadow Ball back on Jellicent instead of Imprison, and just have to rely on skill to predict the Trick Rooms, because you'll still have Trick Room on Jellicent to reverse theirs. And I would actually really love Quick Guard on Hitmontop. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.